Sample Domain 2 question. An organization's application hosted on AWS utilizes an autoscaling group, an ASG, spanning multiple availability zones, that's AZs, in a single region. The application experiences occasional spikes in traffic. Which of the following would provide the most resilience during an AZ outage? It's really important in these kinds of exams to maintain a focus on what you're being asked for. And in this case, we want to know which of these options is going to provide the most resilience. Resilience is the ability to continue functioning in the face of failures of some sort. In this case, maybe an AZ outage, a failure of an AWS availability zone, or more likely a degradation of the functionality of a service in a particular availability zone. Our first option is deploying an additional standby EC2 instance in each availability zone. One thing to consider is that will be adding costs to our architecture. That's not a specific concern in this particular question, but it is something worth keeping in mind in the real world. More importantly is the fact that we are operating inside of an autoscaling group. Autoscaling groups automatically add additional instances in response to spikes in traffic. This is why we use autoscaling groups. So deploying an additional standby EC2 instance is sort of missing the point of having an autoscaling group. Option B suggests using Amazon Route 53, that's AWS's DNS capability, to distribute traffic across multiple regions. But our goal in this case is to be able to support an application that lives in a single region. We don't need to distribute traffic to multiple regions in this case, so that's not our right answer either. Option C deploys the technology AWS Shield Standard to support DDoS protection. That's a very important capability, but it's included by default. You don't need to implement it directly, and it has no impact on AZ outages. So by process of elimination, we're probably looking at D as our right answer. D says configure the autoscaling group to replace unhealthy instances in different availability zones. That sounds like a good resilience strategy. If there's an availability zone outage, the instances in it perhaps become unhealthy. Our autoscaling group is configured to remove those instances, deploy new ones to take its place. That's a good way to maintain a resilient system. If an instance fails somewhere, a new one comes into action somewhere else, keeping our system healthy. The most resilience in this scenario comes from configuring the autoscaling group to automatically replace unhealthy instances.